Hello, hello. Can you guys see me okay? Let me turn my light on. Is this better? Ooh, I'm all yellow now. That's okay. We can be yellow. We call it mellow yellow. All right. Hi, guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay, if you guys can see me okay, so we can get started. My hair just came out of the shower. Hello, Iwana. Hi, Ames. Hi, Cecilia. How's everybody doing today? We had a nice sunny day today, so I spent a lot of time in the garden. What about you guys? Did you guys have a good day? All right. Hi, Monique. Hi, Peggy. All right, everybody's good to go. All right, let's start. Brenda, hi, my love. Hello, hello. Okay, let's make sure that my Patreon is open as well, so I can see people there. Oh, la 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 la. Do 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 do. Here we are. Oh, I miss you, Brenda. I need a hug from Brenda. She's kind of like my surrogate mother. Right? We need to have another chat one of these days. All right. Let's see. Let's give Brenda a card just because we can, okay? Brenda, let's get you a card. Okay. Let's give Brenda a card. It's been a while since I've given you a card. Hi, John. Whoop. There it went, Brenda. There it went. This is your card. It says, when I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. The message here that I feel kind of strongly is to understand that even letting, and I don't know if you'll like to hear the message, but they're saying, and the universe knows that as you are grounding and rooting yourself in the fifth dimension, and as the third dimension will eventually start moving away from that parallel reality, you're going to have to let go of certain people, and you know that in your heart, but you're not there yet. Like you're not yet ready to do that. But they're saying you have to understand that sometimes letting go of people is also love, because that means that we don't hinder your own. You don't hinder your own path, but you also stop hindering their path. Sometimes we desperately want to hold on to certain people because or we feel obligated, or we feel guilty if we would abandon them, although it's not really abandoning them, but if we would kind of stop interacting so much, it's just slowly but surely, removing the interaction as often. But understand that all souls have a specific path, a specific choice to make. And sometimes we hold on to certain people so desperately that we are stopping their soul from moving on into a direction where they can meet new people and new teachers and new connections that will bring expansion for the soul. But also, the person holding on to people is stopping themselves from creating space, from creating openings for new individuals to find them as well. So the message here for you is, one of these days, and I don't know when, you're going to know that it's time to step away from certain people, although you love them and although they love you. Some people are just not going to ground themselves in the fifth dimension. And that's going to be heartbreaking for you, but you cannot allow it. You can't allow yourself to look at it from a sad perspective. You have to allow yourself to see it from a perspective of mutual respect for each other's choices and each other's journeys, and always knowing that you will always love them, even if the relationship will start to fade over time, that you will always have them close to your heart, and your souls will forever and ever be connected. And in the afterlife or in the higher realms, you guys are still besties. Does that kind of make sense? So that's kind of the message for you, Brenda. That day is coming, but look at it from a different angle. That's really what they're kind of asking you to do in this situation. Okay. Ames S. Ames. This one. Let's get a card for Ames. We have to understand that when it comes to relationships, people will come and go, even if these are long-lasting relationships. Unfortunately, your soul wants to move into a higher frequency. And sometimes that means we're going to have to let go of people, not because we want to, but simply because both souls are choosing to reside in different parallel realities where communication becomes, over time, not right away, but over time, almost impossible. So, but doesn't mean that anything failed. This one flipped over. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. This is for Ames. I keep seeing a third eye. I know these are like two flowers with like a dot in the middle, but to me it looks like a third eye, especially the color purple. That's a sign of the third eye. It just looks like your third eye. Like, doesn't this almost look like your brain? Right? I mean, these are two flowers, okay? But when I channel, I look at the card and the card shows me other things, okay? To me, this looks like a brain. That's your third eye. And these are kind of the nerves that go down, right? Go down into your heart. And they're showing me that your third eye is awakened, it's open, it's operational. But what you're still doing is doubting yourself and doubting that ability to connect, that ability to receive information, to receive guidance. And that is what's the disruptive factor. So it's almost like you really have to know now. It's no longer about needing validation. It's no longer about questioning everything, analyzing everything. They really want you to move away from those frequencies. It's all about learning to just know. Even if you don't get the validation you're seeking, it's about allowing yourself to have that 100% faith that you're always connected, that you're always in connection with all that is, with the archives of the universe. Your soul is never disconnected from the source. Therefore, you always have access to the information that you need in order to be guided in the right direction. But it is your disbelief to some degree that would be a possibility for you that kind of interrupts it manipulates the messages. It's almost like the messages you do get either don't make sense or they don't bring a lot of clarity, and then you start to overanalyze it even more, and then it totally doesn't make sense. It's about just trust that the information will get clear. Even if you're only getting a piece here and a piece there, you will get it. You will not miss out on anything that you need to experience. You need to have that faith. You need to be that confidence that whatever you're meant to experience, you will experience. Your team, the universe is not going to allow you to miss out on certain opportunities or certain connections because it's just part of what is meant to happen. So you need to have trust and faith that you will be guided, that you will receive the clarity, even if you don't have that clarity yet, or even if the messages you're receiving do not provide clarity yet at this time. The moment you step away from the disruptive energies of doubt and fear and insecurities is the moment that all of the unclarity disappears and clarity presents itself. Okay? So I hope that helps, Ames. Let's see. Let's see. Peggy Huff. Get your card, my love. These. Is it possible that you record a new meditation for us? Yes, and I need to re-put my old ones on there because YouTube gave the rights to somebody else on my own voice. So I deleted it, and I have to put the meditation, the ones that were on there before, I need to re-put them on there. I also need to put some recordings that we've done as well from before, some live sessions. So yes, I will. And I'll see if I can make a new one as well. It's just time right now that's a little bit difficult. Peggy, communication, speak up and be heard. But I'll definitely work on that, guys. Speak up and be heard. They're talking about speak up and be heard, but for some reason I'm being drawn to that shell that's right here. And in my head, I keep seeing somebody listening to the shell, and then you hear the noise, the soothing noise of the ocean. It's almost like they're validating that you're receiving clear information. You really are. But you need to quiet your mind. Your mind is too busy. It's too active. You know, your little monkey mind is always working, always operational. So they're saying in order to hear the sound of the sea through the shell, through the telephone of the ocean, you have to stop the noise around you. Okay? So it's not so much about speak up and be heard. It's more about they're speaking up, but you need to hear them because you need to get rid of the distractions, get rid of the voices in your head, calm the mind, empty the mind, live mindfully. If you simply live mindfully, then you don't have to think about tomorrow, and you don't have to think about yesterday, and you don't have to think about in 10 years. Then you simply are present with what you're doing at the moment that you're doing it. And that is the only conversation you will have in your mind is what you're doing. Therefore, simplifying the mind chatter, because you're giving your focus a job to do. And the focus is right here, right now. This is what you're focused on. This is what you need to do. And then you create peace, and you create more balance in the mind. You create space to better hear the communication, because the communication is there. It's happening. All right. You got that shell against your ear. You're trying to hear the noise. You're trying to hear the sounds, but your head is too loud. So dim the head, and then this will become louder. Okay? That's what I'm getting. Okay, April. I hope that helps, Peggy. April Nastasi. April, my sweet April. Whoop. Peggy says, so true, Emma. Thank you. Exactly what I need to clarify. Yep. You're welcome. It's hard to shut off the chatter, but the easiest way that I've discovered how to do it is to be mindful. Because then you don't think about tomorrow. You don't think about within the hour. You don't think about the end of the day. You think here and now. So the conversations in your head are simple, simple, and there's only one conversation happening. What you're doing right here, right now. Okay. I recommend mindfulness training to anybody who has access to it, because it really changes the way you experience life, the way you go through your day, but also helps you with your spiritual reconnection. The mind becomes clear of clutter, and then other communications start to become louder and louder. April, Nastasi, if I'm saying that correctly. I never know how to say it. AKA Thor. I think it was Thor. There it went. Oh, we got two. Cool. We got two, April. There you go. Single-mindedness. I'm probably not saying that right? Choose your own path and what is best suited for you. And then gentle moderation. Take your time. Pressure from others or yourself can be released by renegotiating what you're trying to accomplish. I mean, the message I'm getting here is whatever it is you're doing, your new adventure, your new project, it is good. It is positive. It is expansive for the soul and the souls you're connecting with. But they're saying, don't try to rush things. Take it slow. Take your time. Don't put too much pressure on yourself to see massive results after a short amount of time. They're saying, this is your path. This is what suits you best. But don't rush things, is what they're saying. Take your time to allow it to develop strongly, because they're saying sometimes you can really rush things and you might see some success. But if you take your time and you really build a foundation that's very strong, then that success will be more rooted and more stable for years and years and years to come than if you're just trying to build a little wall real quick. It's not going to be very stable because you're just rushing through it. You might see success for a short amount of time, but then your little wall might collapse and then you fail and you kind of fall apart. And then you're going to find, you're going to get mad at yourself again or get disappointed. So they're saying slow and steady is the way to go. Build your foundation, build up trust, and then you'll see that this will expand and expand and expand. But believe in yourself, continue to support yourself, become your biggest cheerleader, and know that this is bound for success. Okay. All right. Let's see. Hi, Kim. Raydun. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If not, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to steal it. Raydun. Ooh, well, that was fast. Protect your dreams, Raydun. Protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. It almost feels like they're saying you have projects and you have things you want to establish and create and build and so on and so forth. But they're saying, don't get frustrated if it doesn't come into physical reality right away. They're saying build it up. Okay, it's about creating it in your mind and in your heart, feeling as it's already established. It's about making plans. It's about making a business model. It's about really taking all the steps with care, with intention, with energy that supports the knowing that it's already been created. All you need to do is align with it and develop it. Okay. And then slowly but surely, you will start to receive guidance and opportunities that are going to make those dreams into physical reality, that they're already in physical reality, but you're going to be guided. You're going to get the opportunities, the guidance that's guiding you towards aligning with that reality that's already created. So it's about protect your dreams. It's about knowing that they're already being made, that it's already been in reality, but taking your time. Don't rush to truly develop it and get excited about it and feel it every day as if it's already operational. It's already been created, and just slowly but surely feed it into reality. Okay, I hope that helps. Margie McQueary. Margie says she's facing financial challenges due to unethical person. Is there anything coming to me in form of a better paying job? I don't know. Let's take a look. Leah's doing good. No broken bones, thank God. Leah's kind of an accident-prone child. Because of her autism, her balance isn't 100%. So, man, that child falls down those stairs so often. But it's always hard because when she does fall and she hurts herself, she goes into this panic mode. She can't link the pain with the fall. Like, she doesn't understand that what she's feeling is a direct cause of the fall, I think. So when she's hurt, she goes into this enormous panic. And she's not a child that can give you any answers either. Like, if you're asking a question, because I know she sees spirits, but then I'll ask her, is it a boy or a girl? And she'll say boy, girl. Like, she'll just repeat, the only thing she can answer is what she wants to eat. That she'll be able to tell you, but it's always the same thing. So that's kind of a routine answer, and just very subtle things. But overall, it's hard. So we always have to take her for a checkup because we just don't know where it might be hurting or what kind of pain it is. But we got lucky. No, nothing broken. Joy is the ultimate creator, Margie. Joy is the ultimate creator. She speaks, but she doesn't. It's hard to explain. Certain things she can, like sometimes we're watching a cartoon or a movie. She loves action movies for some reason. That child loves action. Not fighting or anything, but anything that's like exciting, like the Goonies and anything that has a little bit of action in it. She loves that stuff. But like, she'll be able to, if it gets really exciting or there's a person who's hurting another person, she'll call them out. She'll be like, "Oh, bad sir," or she'll call out the person that he's doing something bad, or "Look, mama, bad. You can't do that, bad." So she does say things, but you can't have a full-blown conversation with her. Like, it's hard. She repeats a lot. Do you like the color yellow or blue? She'll go blue. And then if you turn it around, she'll pick yellow. If you go blue or yellow, she'll pick yellow. She'll just pick whatever's the last thing that you say. So it's not really what she wants, or she doesn't understand what wanting is. So it's really hard, but we make it work. Margie, joy is the ultimate creator. What's really important here, Margie, is to not allow situations or experiences to take away your joy. It's so important to stay in that all loving vibration, knowing that God has your back, the universe has your back, your spiritual team has your back. And although this might be a very uncomfortable situation for you at this time, it does not define you, and it does not need to define your future. You simply see it for what it is. It is just a temporary experience that is simply there to teach you how to stay joyful in moments of discomfort, how to stay loving when people still try to hurt you. It's about understanding that people project their own pain onto others. People will try to pass along their own pain to others, and they will do so by hurting others. So you have to start looking the situation from a different angle. You are not the victim here. They are. Because anybody who does anything like that to another person is so far removed from their own soul essence that you should pity them, pour them, okay? Find forgiveness for them, send them love that they need, but keep your joy up. Keep the love for your life up. And don't see it as a problem, but just see it as something that's there to help both of you to have certain experience, to become stronger and to become more healed out of this. And then when you stay in that joy and you stay in that confidence that, you know what, you can't hurt me. The universe has my back. There's nothing you can do that's going to hurt me. When you stay in that vibration, then the universe will provide anything you need to resolve the situation painless and with ease. And that's the message for you, Margie. That is the message for you. You are not the victim. You are victorious because your soul is going to ascend and going to expand by choosing in this situation to not be the victim, choosing love over hate, choosing love over judgment, and taking back control of your life, because nobody can bring you down unless you allow them to. Okay? Take back your power. This is your journey, not theirs. You get to decide what happens next. Okay? I hope that helps. Autumn. Autumn. Chalk line? Is it like a chalk line, like a chalkboard? I don't know if I'm saying that right or if it's just... Okay, autumn, this one. Let's get a card for autumn. Whoopa. Autumn, my outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition. I feel like you're a little bit in the dark right now, like you're you're in the night, and there is a light shining, but you don't know if you should follow it. It's like the light is there, but and you know that. You know there's light guiding you. You know you're not alone, yet you still feel trapped in a forest in the middle of the night, and you can't seem to find your way home. You can't seem to find your way to peace and balance. But it's kind of similar to Margie. It's really about understanding that you're the creator. Nobody else creates your journey. Nobody else decides what you feel, how you think, and what you express verbally, through thoughts, and through emotions. And all of those expressions are energy waves, energy frequencies, just like a radio that you emit, just like an antenna, right? If you get the radio station, they have a big antenna on their house, and that antenna sends out invisible energetic frequencies that you and your radio then pick up on and translate into something you can understand, right? The same thing as you. You are like that transmitter. You are daily, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, all the time, sending out frequencies. And those frequencies are the ones that align with how you think, how you believe, what you feel. And so when we're insecure and when we feel like the world is closing in on us, and then when we feel like everything's going wrong and we're staying in that vibration, we are acknowledging that all that negativity is our reality, then you're sending that out. Choop, choop, choop. And your radio is picking that back up. So all you're sending out, your radio picks back up because you're sending it into the ether, and your own radio is picking up that lower frequencies and translating it into your reality again. So what you send out, you receive back. And it becomes your experience of the external reality. Because your external reality is always a reflection of the internal reality. What you send out affects what you receive out externally from you. So it's really important to know that even though right now you may feel like you're lost in the woods, in the dark, alone, you're cold, you feel unguided, and you may not see the light, but know that the moon and the sun are always there. Even if you can't see them right now, they're always there, because the light is always there to guide you, even when you're in the dark. So you need to trust that you're being guided. You need to trust that every experience is under your control, and you need to become fearless in what you send out. So you can attract fearless experiences back into your radio, back into your physical reality. Okay, so become more mindful of what you're sending out. Okay, you got to fake it to make it, is something they say, and that's to a degree true, but you have to feel that you're okay. You have to feel that although this is not the most comfortable part of my journey, I know I'm okay. I know that this is just an experience, and I know that this experience does not define me in any way, shape, or form. It is simply an experience to help expand on the soul level. And as I have a spiritual team and God's light is always there to guide me, I will always be okay if I trust in those guiding aspects. I just simply need to get out of my head, get out of the darkness in my head, and start to focus on the things that truly bring you joy, that distract you from the darkness and moves you into the light. Okay, so be assertive and decisive where you put your energy into, because that's what you will get in the future times to come. Okay, very important. You become the driver. Okay, don't go into those self-driving taxis. Okay, you're the driver. Take control of the steering wheel and drive towards the light instead of continue on the dark road. All right, I hope that makes a little bit of sense. Okay, let's see. Susan says, I always say emotions change. Don't make decisions based on emotions. Incorrect, Susan. Incorrect. Never make decisions with your brain. Always make decisions with your feelings. But you have to make sure that the feeling, look, emotions change because they are trying to adjust themselves to the situation that you're in. Your emotions is your inner guidance. That is 100% what you need to even if you change, even if they change how you feel about things, that means that you've evolved, you've been pushed away from a certain thing, or you're pushed towards something. That's okay. Okay, never make decisions with this. This is not a decision-making machine. This is a processing machine. This is your decision-making machine. Okay, Spirit always says, never use your head to make a decision. Use your heart. If it feels right, move towards it. If it doesn't feel right, stay away from it, okay? Or put it aside, maybe later, okay? But feelings will change because your situations change. Your soul's desires change. And that's why emotions change. Now, the emotions you have to feel do have to be without fear, because the fear-induced emotions are not true emotions. Fear is a program that covers up the emotional thing, okay? Emotions are always free of fear, okay? Those are the ones you got to follow, because emotions with fear, unless you're in danger, and then you're going to know, like, oh, I got to stay away, okay? But when you make a decision what feels right, not what feels fearful, of course, okay? But you never make decisions with this. Once you make a decision here and you've made the decision, then you can use this to start thinking how I can get the ball rolling, okay? This is a processing machine. It's not a decision machine. Always follow your emotions. This is the direct telephone line with your higher self. Higher selves and guides guide us through our emotional center, not through the mind, okay? We can get insights. We can get these kind of aha moments, but they come with emotions. They don't really come here. We think they come here because we visualize them, but we feel them first before we see them. Okay, you will always get a feeling first before you will see the visual expression of that. Does that make sense? Susan says, no wonder I make mistakes. Please never use this. Okay, I never do. I never have. Not even as a child. I have never made any decisions with the head, because it's what spirit goes, no. This is a processing machine that is programmed to keep you away from what you want as a soul. Okay, full of programs by those who don't want us to become our authentic selves. This is the only pure thing we have, and this, the heart chakra, is the direct line with your higher self and your spiritual team. Okay, that's how I channel. I don't channel here. This is shut off when I channel. This is activated when I channel. Okay, my brain shuts down when I channel. I feel it first, and then I get visions. But they always come as feelings first. This is where the information, this is your access to the universal information, okay? It goes through here, not through here, ever. All right. There you go. John Nelson. Hello, my love. Let's get you a card. Which one? That one. Okay. It's okay to make mistakes, because there really aren't any. Mistakes are just stepping stones to help you get more clarity on what you want and what your abilities are. They're not mistakes. Okay? They're just opportunities to expand as a soul. There we go. Whoop, John. Protect your dreams. You got the same one. Look at that. You get the same one. Protect your dreams. You are the guardian of your precious dreams, and they are safe in your care. Keep them close to your heart until you're ready to release them. I feel the same thing for you, John. Like you're putting roots up. You're planting. You've sown the seeds, and things are starting to grow. Slowly but surely, it's starting to grow. But you get too frustrated too fast that it's almost like you're a little impatient. You want to see progress quicker, but it's almost like, look, the same thing is true for you as well. You know, make sure that your crops get really deep rooted into the soil before you start harvesting it. Okay, so the stronger the roots, the more fruit you're going to get. That's really what they're showing me. Okay, and then you can reuse the root over and over again. You will just be able to keep your your fruit trees there because they'll be firmly rooted into your ground and they will give you fruit year after year after year. Okay. So be patient. Take it slow. This is not the year to rush things. This is not the year to push things, to push and put pressure upon yourself and to put time frames and time limitations on what you're trying to create. This is simply something that's going to root this year, and then starting 2025, you will start to be able to reap all the beneficial fruits from all the hard work that you will have done this year. Okay, so be patient, my friend. That is the message here today. Tracy Scalzi. Tracy Scalzi. Let's get a card for Tracy. Which one? This one? Okay. Oh, hold on. Fell on the ground. Oh, we got two. Look at that. Oh, if I can get to them. We got two. Here we go. All right. One says orange, number 24, connection and attunement. And this one says gold, cup of replenishment. Ooh. It's like is that called the golden cup of Jesus or whatever? You know me, I'm not very religious, religiously inclined. I forgot what they call that cup. I know they mentioned it in Indiana Jones, but I'm trying to remember what it was called. The Holy Grail. There you go. Is that it? The Holy Grail. Let's see. For some reason, I see like yoga poses in this thing. It almost looks like exercising. Yoga poses. Doesn't it look like? I'm not really good at yoga, but like the warrior pose or something like that. It's almost like your health. There's something about improving your physical health, improving the energy within your body. It's almost like your body is struggling with holding on to energy within the cells, which then kind of affects your mood and it affects your energy level and it affects your muscles. And I just feel like you're struggling a little bit energetically, emotionally, physically. And it's almost like the golden cup, like the award, the golden award will be achieved when you start to exercise a little bit more. And it's not about pushing yourself to the limit. It's just about finding a physical activity that helps you to focus, that helps you to be in the moment, and that just helps your body to provide. It's almost like you lack oxygen. Oxygen, vitamin D, just feels like there's something lacking, especially the oxygen. They keep showing me like really doing deep breathing exercises. So take moments during your day where you can do some deep breathing exercises and maybe some mindful movements. I need to make a video how we do mindful movements. It's not like yoga. Anybody can do it. Even people who are in wheelchairs can do the exercise of mindful movements. But it's just about bringing the focus into the body, stretching it, increasing the oxygen intake. I'll make a video of that. If I can find a way to record it from a distance, I'll figure it out. I'll do it with Gerald. as soon as we get some nice weather. Um, but that's what they're showing me. Like the prize of health and reconnection and re-energizing comes when we spend more time focusing on our health and focusing on activities that will increase the oxygen intake, that will increase circulation and help you to focus and be more in the moment. Okay, does that kind of make sense? Okay, hope that helps, Tracy. But that's the message for you today. Hopefully that'll help a little bit. Let's see. Angela Martinez is having a lot of struggles at this moment. Angela Martinez, let's get you a card. Or the cup of life. Yeah, Holy Grail, cup of life. It doesn't really matter. You know what I'm talking about. Angela. Let's get a card for Angela. There it went. Hope is the conduit for miracles, Angela. Hope. Hope leads to miracles. And what are miracles? Miracles are simply validations of expectations that are expressions of gratitude. If I'm making any sense there, sometimes I'm like, what am I saying? There's something about, although this is a moon, kind of like a pinkish moon, for some reason I keep seeing rose quartz. Make sure that you keep rose quartz on you and within your home, okay? It feels to me like there's a little bit of an imbalance in energy. So really do a home cleansing as well, a cleansing of oneself, like in Native Americans, you know, just sage yourself as well, sage the family. Everybody's being saged. But I feel like there needs to be clearing. There's some kind of negative energy that's almost latched itself onto you guys, and it's not that this is going to be a scary thing or anything like that, but it's almost like this negativity is being sent to you by somebody who is jealous of something. I feel like there's a jealousy around you. So cleanse the energies, cleanse yourselves, give yourselves some salt baths, or put your feet in a bucket of water and put some salt in there, or some bath salts, just to cleanse your energies. Make sure you put salt near the beds of everybody who's sleeping, if possible, and really do a severe cleansing of the home with sage. Okay, that's one. Two, you really have to what that's going to do is all that cleansing. It's going to disconnect from the negativity, or it's almost like a negative entity that's either someone is sending that negativity to you, or some kind of energy spirit that came with you from somebody else. It just feels like whatever's going on, don't be scared about it. It's an easy fix, okay? So that occurs with the cleansing. Two, you really have to, again, believe that nothing can influence your joy. Nothing can influence your abundance, okay? These are simply challenges put in place in order to help you become more aware of just how powerful you really are, of finding solutions, becoming victorious in negative situations, and owning your power of manifestation. Okay, so do not see the negativity as anything bad, but see it as learning curves, learning opportunities to prove to yourself once and for all just how inventive you are, just how creative you are, but also just how much of a manifester you can truly become. Okay? So believe in the miracles. Know that the universe has your back. Do not fall for the fear. Do not fall for the despair. Cleanse yourself from the negativity that's being sent to you by someone, I feel, who might be jealous of your family, someone who might be jealous of your happiness. And just know that you're in control of your reality, nobody else. Therefore, take it back. Take back control. Become the master manifester and stay in that high vibrational frequency of knowing that you're safe. Nothing is going to hurt you, and that the universe has your back. Okay? So I hope that helps. Let's see. Tina Oblak. Tina. This one. Let's see. Opa. Akashic Records, Halls of Learning. Tina. Oop. I'm going to try and get that together there. There you go. Halls of Learning, Spirit Guides, Confirmation, Great Lessons. Akashic Records, Clearing Old Stories, Releasing Past Lives, Freedom. All right. You know, I had a vision once when I could, and I've told you guys this, but I don't know if you remember it. I could see myself sitting at a desk and I was standing behind myself. Like I could recognize it was me because of my hair. And I was sitting at a desk with some kind of weird futuristic computer, and all around me were all these books and in story after story, like really tall, old buildings. And this so much reminds me of what I saw there. That's what it looked like, just level after level, you know, books and books and books. Isn't that crazy? That's exactly what it looked like. And they had this dome up. And then all of a sudden I got somebody said, oh, blah, 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 blah. They said a number, and all of a sudden I feel a shot in my neck, and I figured out what that was, by the way. Apparently I was starting to create wormholes. I was starting to create, and I saw somebody on TikTok who is creating them with music sounds, and it looks identical to what I saw. It starts with this little light, because I was sleeping, you know, I was trying to sleep, and I had my eyes just closed. So you see darkness, you know, and you just see darkness when you're trying to sleep. And then all of a sudden I saw this light, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And I was focusing on the light, and the light got bigger and bigger and bigger, and this hole opened up. And I could see through the hole. There was a different world over there. And it hurt really bad here because I was trying to focus, because the more I focused, the bigger it got, right? And it hurt so much here. Like I almost felt like my head was going to explode. And I had it a few times that week. Like every time I closed my eyes, I could see it. And then the last time was when all of a sudden it became big, and I could see myself sitting in this. I had to kind of shut it down, which was shitty, I thought. I was like, come on, man, that was cool. So that kind of pissed me off a bit. But oh well, it is what it is. So I've tried now, but nothing happens. I'm so pissed. I was finally able to look through the illusion of space and just look into other worlds, and they took it away, darn it. Anyway, that's what that picture reminds me of. So, Tina, what am I getting for you? The only reason they say that you kind of feel like you're stuck is because you're still trying to define yourself with old definitions. You're still trying to define yourself with old definitions. They're saying that as you've moved into a higher frequency, as you're moved into a fifth dimensional plane, which you have, the old definitions no longer resonate with you. You're no longer the person you were. You have been reborn. You are operating from a much higher frequency. So you need to align your definitions about yourself, who you are, what you want, where you want to go, what you want to achieve, what you want to accomplish, blah, blah, blah. All of those definitions, what kind of mom you want to be, and so on and so forth, what kind of person you want to be. You need to redefine everything about you and everything that you do, kind of like the post that Jesus was saying, right? This is like getting rid of the old and redefining yourself like a book, creating that new version of yourself. You've become this is the old book, and you need to create a new book, okay? And the book reflects you, who you are as a character. It's almost like reinvent your character, because the old character simply cannot function in the new frequency. Does that kind of make sense? So release the old and reinvent and redefine yourself with new words, thoughts, feelings, energies. And in doing so, slowly but surely, as you learn to do that, you're going to start noticing that, one, manifestations will become quicker and more easily. But two, the more you redefine yourself, the more that the reality around you will provide you the answers that you're seeking. Does that kind of make sense? So redefine yourself is the message here. Okay? Let go of the old definitions of who you were. You're no longer that person. And see yourself as reborn. Who am I now that I'm in this new frequency? What is my desire? What are my goals? And what am I going to base my identity upon? Is it going to be based on old beliefs? Is it going to be based on old 3D knowings or 3D goals? Or is it going to be based on the new 5D love, self-respect, self-validation, and so on and so forth? Okay? Does that make sense? Hope that makes some sense, Tina. Let's see. We'll do one more, and then we'll do a group card. Judy had a dream about Yeshua coming out of the tomb after just waking up and trying to focus. Oh, cool. Cool. Well, let's get you a card, Judy. Let's see what we're getting. Let's see. Judy. This one. You're welcome, Tina. I hope it helps. I know it's hard, but it'll come to you. It'll come to you. The definitions will come to you. Oopa. Judy. Letting go, time for release. Letting go, time for release. This is for Judy. Although there's these big leaves on the card, I get drawn to the tiny little feathers there at the bottom. Okay. Let's see. Or the top. I was holding the card backwards. Well, it doesn't really matter, does it? It's almost like they're saying you're being guided. The feathers for me is a symbol of the angels, although they don't really have feathers, but it's kind of a symbolic thing that the angels are around you. You're being guided. You are more connected than you think is what they're saying. So trust in their guidance. Trust that nothing will come into your path that was not invited by either you or your higher self. And just surrender Surrender to the flow. Just like that, those feathers. When a feather falls, it's so elegant. It doesn't just drop. It just kind of, it goes with its own flow. It dances onto the air, and the gravity. They just work together to make it into this beautiful dance of twirling down to the ground. Same with the leaves. They're saying just falling or dropping it. No, that's not what I'm saying. It means the feather's going to go where it needs to go. So are you. Even if you feel like you're falling, a feather never falls hard. It lands softly. Okay. So that's what they're saying. Even if a lot of times in life you feel like you're going to fall hard, know that the angels have got your back. Your spiritual teams, this is for everybody. Your spiritual teams have got your back. They will never allow you to fall so hard that you get squished. Okay. They will always make sure that you can land softly, and then that'll give you the opportunity to stand back up again and reinvent yourself. Judy says, I just got a feather tattoo. Well, if that's not validation, but I don't know what is, because that feather was jumping out. All right. Let's get a group card for everybody. Let's see this one. Susan says, I haven't been able to sleep for the past 2 nights at all. I've been waking up a lot. So, what can I say, Susan? One, because of the shit us, or by those that are grounding themselves into that dimension. And so when that happens, the universe, the other planets and the other species, everybody kind of has to realign themselves as well in order to have a connection in that 5th dimensional plane, in order to also have their spot, their place in the 5th dimensional plane. Although the humans are the ones who kind of created it, they're going along with it. They are also being drawn into that reality, because we're always connected and we're always a part of each other. We're not, humans are ETs. We are aliens. We are clones made out of Earth DNA and other DNA, and other species DNA. We were created. So we are ETs as well. We are not 100% from Earth. We have star people DNA within us, if you want to look at it that way. So that also means that we also have abilities that they have that we just haven't figured out yet. Okay. But it also means that we're always connected. And so wherever we go on a frequency level, they go along with us to a certain degree. Only those who are able to survive the 5th dimensional higher vibration. There are entities who did mess with our creation who cannot follow us there either. Because their frequency is too low. They simply cannot reside in a high frequency. Okay, so their physical form, not their soul. Their soul is always high vibrational, but in their physical form, they cannot move into a higher frequency because they simply cannot exist in the lower vibrational state, in that higher vibrational state. Am I making any sense? Sometimes I'm like, bleh, bleh, bleh. I hope I'm making some sense. Whoop. A lot of people are scared and say, well, if we're moving into 5D, so will those who try to hurt us, who try to control us. Well, they can't, really. You're always going to have duality. But in the 5th dimensional plane, the duality actually comes more from us and not from outer sources. The duality is the duality that we create for ourselves. and not so much from other entities creating it for us. Okay, that's the difference in the 5D and the 3D. And in some way or form, we're always inviting it in, but it doesn't mean it's created by us. In the 3D, a lot of shit is created for us, but we're allowing it to happen. Okay, but we didn't create it. That's the difference. Okay, we didn't create it, but because we are not always aware of what's going on, or we don't always understand how the universe operates, humans allow it in and feed it, right? Because so many people are not awake yet. And they feed it because it becomes a part of their reality. They allow it to become part of their reality. In the 5D, those lower entities that want to control everybody and that basically treat us as cattle on the 3D timeline cannot exist in that timeline, but we will still experience duality, but those dualities will come more from our inner desire to experience the opposite. Does that kind of make sense? It'll just be different. It's hard to explain, but the duality will come from within us. It'll be our creation, and not so much outer creations that are forced upon us, if that makes any sense. Anyway, I'm talking too much. Gliding through currents is the group card for today. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease, going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. This is a wonderful card, I think, for everybody, and very timely. It's so important right now. Just like the message with Jesus, it's all about redefining yourself, redefining how you choose to live, redefining your beliefs, redefining your actions, your reactions, your automatic pilot. It's about really looking at everything now from a loving perspective, even though it sometimes is hard, even though sometimes it can be challenging. Know and understand that those challenges are now your creations in order to help your soul expand, or in order to help and bring more clarity to what you want and what you don't want. So when you start to look at everything from a different angle, you start to look at everything through different glasses, then we're going to glide much more easy. We're going to flow much more easily. And problems will come and go much quicker than what we're used to. So it's really about understanding that how you choose to see things, how you choose to define things, and how you choose to simply just flow with it instead of being in resistance towards it is what's going to create the abundance and the joy and the happiness that you're all seeking. Okay? But understand that happiness cannot always be experienced unless we have something else to be unhappy about, because then we know what true happiness is when it is when we have moments where it's not provided. So the duality is a great tool to help us understand something that we always have better, or to start seeing it from a different angle, because there are moments where we create for ourselves where we don't have it. But that's just what it is. They're just opportunities to see things and experience things from a different angle in order to highlight and emphasize what your soul already knows to be true about you and about your essence. Woo! Okay. So hopefully that helps, guys. I will see you guys again next week. Okay. I'm gonna try my best to work on reposting those meditation videos for the angelic group. I also need to post still the group healing session with Gerald, and find a way to get the live session on the ascension for the angelics as well. And then I'm going to focus on another post next week, which I will probably, they kind of hinted me that I should talk about why we have different blood types, but also why we have different skin colors. Why do we have different skin colors? It's not because some people were born in Africa and they got more sun, that's for sure. That's going to be interesting. So there you go. That's some of the subjects that they've kind of highlighted seem to be interesting to know as you're now moving into the fifth dimension. It seems to be important. So I hope that helps, and I hope my future posts help as well. And I love you, and take care of yourself. Okay? Big kiss from me to you. And I'll see you guys next week.